Number 50. Using the molecular orbital diagrams, predict the bond order for the stronger bond in each pair. And then we have F2 or F2+. All right, so I pulled up the appropriate molecular orbital diagram for fluorine. Fluorine, since it's in group 7A, does not exhibit sp mixing. Remember, groups 6A, 7A, and 8A do not have sp mixing, so their molecular orbitals look very, very, very symmetrical. Now remember, when you're working with molecular orbital diagrams, your atoms are going to be on the left and the right side, and your molecule is going to be in the middle. Now always start with your neutral atom first, and then manipulate it to get your ion. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our molecular orbital diagram for F2. And when we do that, seems like I have 2 fluorines. So I have 1 atom of fluorine on the left side. I have another atom of fluorine on the right side. And in the middle, I can make that molecule of F2. Now, in order to mark up this molecular diagram, we have to find the valence electrons for fluorine. But just like we said, since fluorine is in group 7A or 17 or 7, whichever one your periodic table is telling you, it's got lucky number 7 valence electrons. So that's going to be important for when we're drawing it up. So let's go for it. Always put your valence electrons for your atoms first, and then you could work in the middle. Remember, you always have to start from the lowest energy and work your way up. So I have to put 7 electrons, starting with the lowest energy and putting the rest in the upper p orbitals. So here we go. 1. I have to finish this before I go on. So that's 2. Remember, each orbital has a max of 2 electrons. So 2. 3. I have to be fair. I have to fill each degenerate orbital up. They all have the same energy. That's why they're called degenerate. So I have 5 here. 6, 7. And then the same thing on the other side. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double back, 6, 7. Now, the total of your electrons in your atoms will make up your molecule. So if I have 7 on both sides, 7 plus 7 is a total of 14. That has to be here. Same principle. Got to start at the lowest energy and work your way up. So here we go. 1, 2. Go up to the next one, 3, 4. Go up to the next one, 5, 6. These are sharing the same amount of energy, so I have to be fair. 7, 8. Now go back, 9, 10. Same exact idea over here. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So now from here, we could find the bond order. Now remember, a bond order is just a simple formula, which is this right here. Bond order just equals the number of bonding electrons minus the number of antibonding. And the antibonding electrons are always easy to spot on a molecular orbital diagram because these are the ones that have the stars. So always look for the stars first, and then you can kind of go back and say, okay, which ones don't have the stars. So for F2, F2's bond order is going to be something divided by something, something minus something divided by 2. Let's look for those antibonding electrons first. You're going to look for the stars. So there's a star here. You see how there's a star in the upper right-hand corner? That's what you're looking for. So we have a star here, and I got a star here, and a star here. I have a star in this one, but there's no electrons here, so nobody cares. There's 2, 4, 6 electrons for my antibonding. So I have 6 antibonding. There should be a minus sign here. And now let's see how many bonding electrons. Those are all the ones that don't have a star. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 over here. Now let's just do the math. So 8 minus 6 equals 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So the bond order for F2 is 1. And 1 means that you have a single bond. You could think of a bond order as 1 meaning one line. which is a single bond. Now we're going to manipulate this to get F2 plus. So when you have a plus charge, keep in mind that this is a +1. This means that you are losing 1 electron total. Now, it doesn't really matter which fluorine you lose the electron from. So I'm just going to maybe lose it from the left one, and I'm going to get rid of this guy right here. Goodbye. And because of that, you have to lose your last electron that you put. So you always lose your electrons at the highest energy levels. And now we just do the math again. So bond order equals something minus something divided by 2. Let's look for those antibonding ferts. This didn't change, so 2. And then over here now, I have 3. Just kidding. Where did I get 3? 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. So 5 goes over here. And now, seems like we didn't touch the bonding, but let's just make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that doesn't change. And now, let's just do the math. 8 minus 5 is, what was that, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yep. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So the bond order for Fe plus is 1.5. 1.5 means that you can have a single bond or a double bond. So sometimes it has a single bond, sometimes it has a double bond due to resonance. Now, which one has a stronger bond? This one is always going to be the higher bond order. So you just have to rank these in terms of 1 versus 1.5. 1.5 is higher, so the stronger bond is going to be found in F2 plus. And that is the answer to this question. Let's color it in and be done. Whoop, whoop. All right. So, thank you. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. Love talking to you guys. I hope you're having a great day out there. Keep studying hard. You guys rock. You guys have been working so hard. Love talking to you in the comments, and I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.